I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex, and today we're going to talk about Fit Model Division and what this division is going to mean maybe for the rest of the NPC and the IFBB. So if you don't know, the Fit Model Division has just recently been announced, and basically this is adding a new women's division that is going to be an entry point even prior to bikini to be able to get into the bodybuilding world for women. So, before bikini was kind of bottom of the ladder, so to speak, as far as muscularity goes, the least development and the least conditioning. Don't get me wrong, those physiques obviously still require a ton of work and a ton of, dieting and cardio and other things to attain. But in the latter, where then we have wellness, figure, women's physique, women's bodybuilding, all up the ladder, getting more muscle, getting leaner, that really was kind of the bottom rung there, was bikini. Now we have Fit Model, which is below that, okay? And it specifically notes in the rules that it's going to be a lesser musculature, it's going to be, less size in the shoulders, no visible glute ham tie-ins, and a little, obviously less conditioned, not as lean, not as conditioned. It says literally in the rules. So a lesser, in a way, similar physique to bikini, however, not going to be the same as today's bikini. So with that, we're at an interesting point with the NPC and the IFBB where now they've made this kind of more intro entry division, if you will, for an audience of people that are out there, in the world who thought that bikini was a bit too extreme, didn't think they wanted to build that much muscle, didn't think they wanted to diet that much to that look, or, whatever reason, they decided they didn't like that look and wouldn't do it. This division, Fit Model, is kind of trying to pull that audience into the world of bodybuilding and saying, hey, we made a place for you to still compete if you want to compete. So I think this is a very interesting time because NPC IFBB has not really done this, right? Like when they added wellness division in 2020, and when that came up, it was really more a pivot point for women that wanted to carry more muscle in the lower body. It wasn't really a step down, so to speak. It was more just a pivot over, saying, okay, we made a little bit of a different division for those of you out there that want to do this. This is actually a step kind of downward for this, and they've done this before with other divisions, don't get me wrong, right? Like we didn't have bikini at one point, and now we have that came on, a while back, probably about 15 years ago or so now. And basically with that, we have the effect of now this kind of division coming into play, and it hasn't happened in recent time. So that's very interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we see this happen in other ways. We might see this happen in wellness. I don't know what they would call it, fit model wellness or something of that nature. Or, we might see this in men's physique, beach body, men's physique. I don't know what they're going to do. Fit body, men's physique, fit model, men's physique. I don't really know if these things are actually going to happen. This is my speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see that come out through the rest of December here, because, this came out randomly December 17th on a Tuesday for the next season. So there's shows starting in January, and they're going to contain Fit Model. So it may be very interesting to see if there's not more announcements to come, maybe today, maybe over the next few days, the next week, saying, hey, we got a men's physique version now that's a little bit of a lesser version of men's physique, because men's physique realistically has gotten very, very far out of the unattainability for anybody to be able to look at. And anybody to be able to look at who's not already in the fitness industry, the gym industry, the bodybuilding consideration, right? They look at men's physique and that's very advanced. Well, they could put something below that men could jump into that would be a little bit less muscle, maybe a little bit less conditioning, more like a beach body physique. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then wellness, obviously, wellness came 2020 and it kind of started off a little bit different, and it advanced very, very quickly. We got a lot of mass monsters in wellness now. We got a lot of very big wellness athletes, a lot of, steroids, PEDs in wellness division at this point, very lean looks. And I wouldn't be surprised if they say, okay, well, let's put a little bit more of an introductory level into the wellness division here as well. Obviously, if they do this is a big deal. This is a lot of new stuff coming into the bodybuilding world, but it's also a very exciting time then for all of you out there that you may or may not even be watching the channel, but hopefully you are, that have kind of been on the fence about competing and never really pulled the trigger because you thought it was a little bit too much. I don't really know the implication, right, of what that does to the current athletes. And I want to know your comments. I want to know what you all think as a current athlete. You see Fit Model coming in. how does that feel to you? You know, do you like that? Do you think that's a great idea? Do you think it's not a good idea? I've seen very mixed reviews back and forth. So go ahead and comment down below. Just tell me. I'd like to, understand a little bit more of all of your perspective, and I appreciate you watching. And then also I want to know what you guys think if they do end up adding other divisions as well. Like, what if we do see, a men's physique light come into play, or beach body physique, in other words? What if we do see a different version of wellness, a fit model wellness or something like that? Like, are you going to be excited about that or not? I want to know in the comments below. But very interesting time for the sport of bodybuilding. We're getting a lot of changes very kind of out of nowhere, and here we are, and that's how it goes. But very exciting either way. I want to know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Coach Rye is out.